right here. And just close your eyes and imagine you're cutting away the ties, the attachments, addictions, obsessions, anything that's holding you back. I want you to cut through, like cutting through velvet thread. You're going to cut through, only doing this 3 minutes. And you're just going to close your eyes and it's going to become very, very hypnotic, cutting through. Just imagine you're cutting through the BS, the belief systems, the attachments, the anything that is needing to be upgraded. Allow this to upgrade it, but you must focus. Focus now. Spine is tall, cut through, cut through. It's very simple. Cut through, cutting through. And while you're cutting through, you're also programming the mind with your highest excitement. What fills you up with joy? What is it that you're wanting to create? You're cutting away the BS. Focus on that which you want to create for yourself this fall into the winter solstice. What is it that you want to create? What experience? What is a greater experience you want to have? Greater experience of love, romance, prosperity, good health, mental clarity, healing, teamship, friendship. Go in, cut through the BS, what's holding you back, the sabotage, and go into, and then wire the brain with your higher excitement. You can visualize yourself in a greater experience of that which you are wanting to stabilize in your life, the blessing that blesses humanity. Chant Guru Vahe 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 Guru Exhale, bring the fingers down and then bring your hands like a triangle. Vaheguru, 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 bless the earth. Open your eyes, look straight into the earth. Straight into the earth. Focus on something. It could be the wall, eye level. Open the eyes, bless the earth. Keep the downward triangle at the womb. Press the tongue in the roof of the mouth, squeeze up and in, spiral the energy up, send this out to the universe. Bless your womb, bless the womb of your mother, bless the womb of your grandmother, bless the womb of all mothers, women, maidens, enchantresses of this planet throughout time and space, the holders for healing and for the planetary's vibrational upgrade and upliftment. Exhale. We'll tune out with one sat, short nam. Inhale. Sat nam. Again. Sat nam. Last time. Sat nam. Bow to yourself. Thank you for joining me. So what we did right there was very much for the sacred woman, right? The sacred woman in our history that we know, with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Black Madonna, and many other female leaders have been very much ridiculed and have been discredited, even have reputations have been tarnished in this patriarchal age. You know, the masculine force, you know, we talk about Adam and Eve and the separation between Adam and Eve. You know, the masculine force in these matriarchal times was quite intimidated, was quite overwhelmed, and of a matriarchal culture, right? Even pygmy people, which are little short, you know, African people that are indigenous people, and they lived in places in Europe, and they were kind of known as mystical, right? Magical. They really understood the land. They understood like remedies, medicine, and a lot of them were removed by the patriarch, right, or the monarch, right? And we have stories and stories of this in the imperialism type of era, right, with all different geographic regions, from like India to the Middle East to Africa. A lot of more of people of color, like brown skin, red skin, black skin, have a strong matriarchal culture. It's a strong original matriarchal culture, and you know that's what makes these cultures, these empires of, you know, these areas, these people, these tribes, to be very, very wealthy, right? Because they knew about the cycles, rhythms, and phases, right? They knew about the fama that would come, you know, and the fascist groups that were lurking and wanting to come, and they knew ahead of time, they had foresight, right? So when we think of, Arabian tribes of having the eagle or the hawk, right? The bird that is, that's kind of the symbol, right? It's a very regal symbol to have when we think of like Dubai and people having that symbol, right? It's very reverent. It means there's a lot of reverence, a lot of sacredness in having that animal, that creature as an ally, right? And in other areas like in Amazon, South America, we're thinking of the jaguar, right? And having the jaguar as an ally is something very sacred, right? And all across this planet, India, we think of like the elephant, right, or the tiger, right? That's a real symbol of reverence and sacredness, and also matriarchal culture. So, what we did, this prayer, this blessing for ourselves and for humanity, was also to connect with the feminine energy, to preserve the feminine energy, because if you are consider yourself a goddess, or if you're working with that frequency, man or woman, you could be a man, you could be a woman, you could be transgender, you can bisexual, heterosexual, right? It doesn't matter. If you're working with this femme consciousness, you're gonna feel slightly attack, right? Because the patriarch has been attacking these teachings, this culture, regardless if you're brown, red skin, yellow skin, black skin. If you're working with this frequency, it's universal. It's actually intergalactic, really. So if you're connected to this, you're also connected to Pleiades, and Pleiades share the same culture. It's just different language, right? Same, but different, right? As they say. So this on this planet has been attacked, right? So a lot of women, mostly are in secret society, even today, even in the ancient past. Mother Mary Magdalene is so mysterious and sort of secret. Black Madonna, like, people are like, what is that? Like, even people who could consider themselves, have read a lot, consistently the Bible and different religions and different spiritual scripts. There's still a quite mysterious, incomplete understanding of these women, because it's so been kept so protected, right? Because a part of the patriarchal domination was about the abolishing of any competitor, right? Any individual or group of people that could outwit or outsmart or could possibly take leadership, right? And women, thousands of years ago, so far back that we have no sort of remnants of that in, archaeology sort of, we have glimpses of it, and you go to Egypt and you see these pre-dynastic megalithic structures. There's no way is dynastic Pharaoh Egypt. Those were the times of this matriarch, right? The female leader, like Hatshepsut. And even Hatshepsut, Cleopatra, these individuals had a sort of resilience, and yet were still, sort of ridiculed and sort of downplayed and attacked as a way to keep the spread, prevent the spread of liberated thought, right? Because Hatshepsut, Cleopatra, they were kind of revolutionary in the liberated thought, in their ideas of culture and ideas of sexuality and ideas of masculinity and femininity that belongs to a golden age, a higher vibrational frequency. But in the dark age, we cannot compute. We're not calibrated to actually have those type of experiences. So creative destiny, nobility, dignity, that's something that we as humans in the dark age, we don't understand. And we're not calibrated to have that experience. A lot of us are just calibrated more in the work slave type of, mindset. Most of us, vast majority, have been programmed to have an experience of just the mediocrity, right, of not really tapping into your energy, not really listening to your intuition, being slightly, overwhelmed and intimidated by your own power and your own leadership, and, being judgmental and feeling ashamed that you have breasts, or ashamed that you bleed, menstrual cycle, be ashamed of diversity, be ashamed of your sexuality. So, in that sort of closed offness, there's no way we can possibly be creative. There's no way that we can possibly, think highly of ourselves and that kind of programming. So a lot of the meditation we did, very, very simple. It was really, clearing away centuries and centuries, thousands of years of the feminine aspect of ourselves, man or woman, being very, very atrophied, where, we try, like some people, they only try for 6 months, only 2 years, and then they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the femme consciousness is returning to this planet because we don't have a choice, right? We need to invite in fresh ideas in order to bring about a more sustainable and stable future. Even when we're thinking of agriculture, that's happening. I was thinking of not Dubai, another city, not Dubai. It's a different city, but the agriculture is very feminine. It's very feminine led, not in the way that it's pretty or glamorous, in the way that it's very creative, inventive, resourceful, right? It's preserving energy, it's preserving nature, while the patriarchal architecture was just raid and pillage and just take all the trees out and just put buildings and cement everywhere, right? Who cares, we're taking out these species of deer or something like that, right? So whenever we see this architecture that has a strong, preservation or resourcefulness, or, it's inviting in nature, it's in collaboration with nature, that's the feminine aspect of ourselves, trying to bring balance to where we've been, right? Because we all cannot just have the mindset of our, medieval selves, raid and pillage and gold, God glory and gold. We can't all do that. So many times we can see commercials or comments where people are talking about, I'm the billionaire, the millionaire, and it's like, we can't all just dominate and control, right? That's just going to be one explosive mess, right? So, there's a sense of collaboration that is something that we're not going to see in society or in ideology until we start to really experience it in the actual psychology and physiology of ourselves. And that's the preservation and resourcefulness of our future, the moderation, the simplicity, the looking at real value in ourselves, and having nature, having trees, not having cement everywhere and having houses everywhere, right? So in that kind of alignment, we have a lot more integrity, and that's the thing of this future is really the integrity that will be challenged. And many people, it's easy to just, it's very easy to just get away with things, it's very easy, just go kill these people, like no one's gonna care, right? Nobody likes them, right? Because they're black, right? In our old times, right? Or just blame the Jews, right? Because nobody likes them anyway, so I can get away with that, right? The people believe me, right? Or let's abolish these women because they're women, right? So we can get away with that. So in the future, it's the real cosmic order, or this sort of life review for this planet and the human being is about the reawakening of that integrity that we have with this earth, and understanding that actually is the fulfillment in the long haul, right? We're always taught the cheap, I want the gold, the God, the glory, I want it cheaply. I'll kill the king if I have to. I'll take all these Indians out so I can get the gold, or I'll lie and to get whatever glory, right? But there's a long road that we're having to walk, and the only way to walk that long road is that we do have to go through it, and we can't cheap our way through it. And those who go through it in many ways are going to bring about a great resurrection and a great sort of wholeness to the masculine and the feminine on this planet. But a lot of these individuals, if you're part of this group, a lot of them are kept hidden, or highly protected, because, this planet has a lot of people, as we know, right? But the femme embodiment, the femme consciousness, the Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Black Madonna lineages are actually not as many as we think, right? Lots, thousands, but with a population of billions, it's very, very small, right? So with all this information, these teachings, are kind of hidden in plain sight, and are kind of the leading teachings, but are not going to be sort of just given to anybody. And this has to do with wealth and the longevity, right? Not just wealth and whatever I can grab with the moment. It has to do with longevity. It has to do with incarnationally. It has to do with wealth for the lineage and for the legacy of this earth and the human being. So just wanted to share the kind of message of the meditation we just did for your own sort of awakening. So thank you, and Sat Nam.